Hey, good morning, everybody. Tyler Haslam with Haslam Law Firm here on January 2nd, 2020 to talk to you about our continuing series on OVI in Ohio and DUI in West Virginia. So this morning we're going to talk about administrative license suspensions in Ohio. So what is an administrative license suspension? Simply put, an administrative license suspension is a suspension of your license that can happen separate from the criminal case if you're arrested for an OVI. So what comes along with an administrative license suspension is typically a mandatory period which you lose all driving privileges, right? So depending on whether or not you had a failed chemical test or if you refuse to submit to a chemical test will determine the length of time of the suspension. It also depends on the number of OVIs that you've had in the past 10 years. So for instance, if it's a first offense OVI and you failed it after you submitted to a chemical test, typically you're going to see your license suspended, a hard time suspension for about 15 days. So that means for the first 15 days after your suspension, you're not going to be able to drive anywhere. Now you can ask the court after that 15-day period for limited driving privileges. So what are the limited driving privileges? Those are the privileges that allow you to drive to work, to drive to educational opportunities, doctor's appointments, things like that. But typically you're going to see your license suspended for a minimum of 30 days if you have a conviction on an OVI. Now, here's the thing that's important to note about the administrative license suspension. It is actually separate from the criminal case. But what happens is the judge that hears the criminal case is also going to be the one that hears your ALS appeal. What you need to do is file an appeal of the administrative license suspension within the first 30 days after your arrest. So typically you're going to be brought in front of the judge within 5 days of the arrest, and that is the best time to do it because it's not certain that you're going to get back in front of the judge within 30 days. It used to be in some courts in Ohio that you could do an oral appeal of the administrative license suspension, but there's now a requirement that you do a written appeal of the administrative license suspension. So in short, if you get arrested for an OVI in Ohio, you're looking at losing your license for a period of time. Now, if you're found not guilty, that administrative license suspension can disappear. But you have to have the knowledge or hire an attorney who can help you with that to make sure that you don't lose your driving privileges and you don't suffer any further damages because of your OVI arrest. Again, if you've got any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. It's 740-451-3750. Thanks.